Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a game of a really well played mid game by me. I love games where you don't need an end game because it just feels so nice not having to struggle and just breezing through the whole game without even like sweating. Like there might be some situations where it looks rough, but then you could still clutch up without it having to be like a 3-way or like a 4-way, 5-way, whatever you want to call it. So starting off, we're starting in this Africa spawn here. This is like a 50-50 spawn, especially with his backline here. So either of these guys are all going to play like idiots, or they're actually gonna have big brain cells. Of course, we have one teammate to use as bait. When you spawn in like situations like this, if you don't have someone as bait, especially on the same team color, it can end up pretty bad. And you're going to see what happens to this guy. So right now he's kind of boating like down here, right? He's like, oh, look at this free land. I'm so tough and smart. And then his density is just sort of cooked. As we're sitting here, as I'm saving in density, I'm sending everyone peace agreements. And I'm identifying what I like to call the idiots and the smart. So this guy seems kind of smart. This guy seems kind of smart. He has his density. He actually has the same amount of troops as me, but less land. So I'm really looking out for these people, and I'm focusing diplomacy in with them. I'm sending hearts to this guy. I'm sending hearts to this guy. And I'm telling them to attack someone else just so they don't start any stupid stuff on me and then start griefing my game. And here you can find that I told these guys to attack this blue here. And of course, I like this because I already have all of these blues down here to deal with. Why would I want to deal with like these guys? And it works out. This guy is pushing blue. This Uzbekistan guy bought it out. He's an idiot. We have a teammate which is slowly pushing the bottom area and then getting obliterated. And then we're slowly pushing into like this low dense, this guy who's actively dying. It wasn't exactly at 100 density, but in situations like this, it was worth the land. It was worth the risk. And then this guy just full sends out of nowhere. This is what you'd love to see from this bottom area. Just people being stupid as hell. Unfortunately, this guy also full sends, kind of giving blue a very, very nice opportunity to go into me in the future. And this is going to become really nasty very soon, and you're going to see what type of stuff. And here I am just saving density. And then I spam some hearts, just so no one attacked me. This guy bots out, unfortunate. But well, what can we do? And then I just go into this lower dense guy. It's worth it. I attack him, he's clearly an idiot. He's just going to attack me back. But unfortunately, these blues take it personally. And they start attacking me also, before killing their stupid teammate, which is idiotic. But what can you do? This is randoms. This is the effect of random. And then our teammate dies due to red boating him. Really okay for stuff from red. If these guys didn't push me, I would go for red. But unfortunately, here I am, and I have to stay at like high dense. In situations like this, I would say almost like 109 is perfect. 120 is also nice. And attack whoever has the lowest density. And here I am just trying to push people up, because look at the scoreboard here. We're fighting, and we're both small colors here. So this is just going to be a waste of time. And what makes it worse is that there's 15 OGs in this contest. And I just have to deal with these guys spam attacking me, while OG is getting huge and dominating the whole game. So here I am kind of getting frustrated. I'm sitting at 140 dance, trying to just be less appealing of a target. But they keep hitting me, and they don't have another target, so it's unfortunate. You see me do like a little boat here. Unfortunate, because it's not going to pay off to anything. I get some donations. I'm trying to piece with blue here. I go for red instead. But red has this really low density, and I know he's going to full send, just from his base previous actions. Unfortunately, I attacked exactly when he full sent, but oh well, we can work with it. And now we have a pain coming. All of these guys are pushing me. This guy just used 50% of his troops to attack me. That's a little bit crazy. You see me attack green here, just trying to force in a peace agreement because he's already dealing with his sign. And you kind of see me get also frustrated too. Because while this is happening, OG is slowly getting this whole backline. This is the problem. OGs are kind of communicating. So while these guys are attacking me like idiots, OG is nicely sweeping this. OG is very nicely sweeping. As you even see me almost full send there, but I decided to cancel it anyway, just from frustration. Because now OG finally has a setup backline. Look at the top two. These are both OG. If they hold both of the leaderboards, and I'm not here, actually I do have an island right here. Thankfully I captured it, because I knew OG was going to get it back. So this is my preparation island. I sent an island just a little bit before because I knew what OG was going to do. But unfortunately, I can't punish OG for this 50 density because I'm dealing with this idiot over here, especially this guy. This green guy, what is his deal? I don't know. I have to deal with this idiotic blues, all because of these guys. Black has 40%, and I'm not all I have is this island while they keep pushing me. They don't realize that, yes, I can go into black anytime as long as you get off me. And I slowly become frustrated here with this horrible density. This is a little bit of a misplay by me. But I get it. I get it. I understand my pain. Black is just obliterating up here. These guys are just pushing me. Throwing for black. So I finally kill Fair Die. He's been like the worst density. You always want to pick off the worst player. Because if that means just free land. Unfortunately, I missed this land up here. But oh well. And then you see me fake another full send. I was actually threatening these guys personally. I was sending them those full send emojis, but unfortunately they're randoms. They don't know what it means clearly. So unfortunate, very unfortunate. Now I'm crowned at least, but OG still has 2 players in top 3. So none of this matters. And they are slowly getting obliterated. So I'm trying to push the backline here. A little bit of an aggressive play by me, but I'm hoping maybe I can... This is clearly not going to effort in anything. But the hope is here that this action here is going to be enough for someone to take donations off of Centron, for these blues to push this blue to push Centron here, along with Cat. This Cat is not being needed. He's donating his teammate because he realizes 40. That's OG is a threat, and they definitely are. I mean, how many people in the top 3? This is clearly not going to effort into anything, but it might help someone else get big on the map, which is what we need to stop OG. I mean, they're clearly going to just push me or maybe full send me. We never know. And everyone realizes, right? I'm getting Carl. I'm getting an alliance with Carl. I'm telling him to attack. I sent an alliance to everyone. We've chilled out with Blue finally after he realizes that I'm just going to full send him if he does anything else. And unfortunately, I don't think I blocked that boat, which is a little bit of a miss for me. I actually think at this time, I had my keybinds really screwed up, which is unfortunate because of an update. So I would usually block that boat, but unfortunately, it has big consequences for me. So Mello starts boating me, saving Katoji, but this is still doing the point. Mello is now fighting me and trying to save the backline instead of donating Centron, which is exactly what I want. So here I am stalling, trying to push now Mello off, trying to regain my mistake here. And Mello takes my island. I realize he does that. Pinks are slowly getting on Centron. Now it's all we're waiting for is this blue to get it. But unfortunately, there's a Titan here, and it's going to take a while until he also gets a mix. But this guy, this blue down here, is now donating him, which is perfect. And now here I am just arguing with OG. We're boating back and forth. I'm trying to take him off. Maybe I can not make a mistake this time, but unfortunately, I run out of troops. I unfortunately kind of get low density here. So now I have to wait. I try to send more boats. But now, blue finally has a crown here, which makes this even more perfect. Now OG finally has a threat. Now you're going to see slowly people gang up on Centron here, which is perfect. And then Karo slowly just goes also into the backline. But this is still not enough to stop OG. Sent some desperate boats. I think they were just 18%. These are clearly not going to do anything, but they're still going to take troops away from the main problem. So I start pushing Carl. Even if his guy full sends me, Centron doesn't have a speed boost here. Keep in mind. So even none of these guys really have speed boosts. Speed boosts are at 60 KL. As long as Centron doesn't have a speed boost, he can't super benefit from this full send. And even then, I have enough troops and density to where I can immediately just counter this full send. A little bit desperately, but needed. And this guy was in beef with OG the entire time. So honestly, he's just throwing right now. He's literally just throwing versus OG. And it's kind of funny. I'm taking this guy. He finally donates his friend, Cat Empire. And I finally make my way up with Crown. And finally, we have borders on OG again. So, of course, my first reaction is just going to the backline. This is exactly what I want. We don't have any dealing with these borders. If we went into Centron right here, this would be just a complete misplay. Even Blue has found his way into the backline. This is it's a little bit crazy. This guy went from spam attacking us to just unbelievably just being an ally. And this is what we want. This is what we want. We want them to be an ally. Even though we've gotten into an argument, it doesn't mean we have to spend the whole game dealing with this guy. We can connect over bigger threats. That's the idea you want to have, especially with these spam attackers and people who are just like attacking you unreasonably. You want to connect with them over bigger threats. And also, I kind of just like fearful of this guy. This green guy stopped attacking me after a while, but this guy was just spam attacking for a little bit too long. I think he realized once his teammate died, this is just not working out. I'll donate my big blue daddy instead. Slowly but surely, but it's good enough. Now the goal, of course, is this weak spot right here. This is beautiful. Look at 0, 0, 0 free land. A little bit tanky small guys over here, but oh well, what can you do? Also Mellow, unfortunately. But he's donating Centron in hopes that Centron can do something. Centron starts threatening full send out of desperation, and this blue guy just starts throwing. That's a little bit crazy. Now, as this game continues, I go into Mellow. Honestly, I didn't have to really take borders of Mellow. I probably could have just gone directly into the backline, but I wanted to take out Mellow first. I probably wanted to show support to the blue, just so, who knows, maybe I can do something with this newfound friend of mine in Mellow. Now, this random is throwing the game so hard for himself. That's crazy. Oh well, what could you do? Now, I attack OJ. Finally, we're gonna get that juicy backline very soon. I think I completely missed this guy. Yeah, dang, what a misplay by me. That's a little bit sad. Oh well, we have the backline now. We have the real juicy guys. And we slowly just take them with, remember, not too many troops here. Just so we don't lose a bunch of density. But slowly but surely, people start realizing, hold up, I'm a little bit of a threat. And they all start to switch on me. It's a little bit nasty, but oh well, what can you do? I decide it's best to take blue since he has like complete borders on me. At this point, I kind of think I've won the game. Not gonna lie. I thought I won the game here. I did not. What's gonna happen is very soon, everyone's going to just attack me. I was really confident that this game was won. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So I just slowly start taking the corner, just so I have an area of the map where I don't have someone attacking me. The threat right now is Centron with a speed boost. And very soon you'll find that the cats start donating, this mega cat starts donating the other one, which makes him also a threat, unfortunately. I push Centron, trying to remove his speed boost. Remember, the speed boost is under 60 KO. To remove it. He threatens full send. I don't know to who. I think to me, maybe. But it's fine. I can take that full send if it was needed. And then people slowly but surely started to spam attack. But Centron's speed boost is nearly removed with one more attack, which is exactly what I want, so he doesn't do too much damage to me while he spam attacking me. And then I can take the back line, this back corner, and then kind of secure myself in this position. You kind of see me stay high, decent dance here. That's really great in this situation. But this percent of the map is still not enough to win, especially with cat donating each other. Here. Now slowly but surely, Cent regains speed boost. I let him attack him, and then I completely counter. You'd love to, when people attack you, they're lower density, so immediately you'd love to counter back and just like give them a little bit of pain. And you kind of see my goal here is to try to keep people under speed boost. But unfortunately, this kind of backfires on me. You see me attack Cat Empire here, but my goal is just to keep people from damaging me very severely, which is the people who are closest to speed boost. So now I attack Centron. He's near the speed boost. I don't want him near it. This is clearly not the one game for me anymore. You'd see me attack Cat Empire again, trying to remove his speed boost, but slowly, that was a little bit of a misplay. Because slowly you'll realize that I'm not keeping this bottom area. So I slowly just try to take this corner of mine. Remember, when in doubt, always try to take a corner. Corners are amazing because you have one side you're not attacking, and then you're not getting attacked on, and so you could just focus very nicely on what's in front of you. So you kind of see me keep beefing with Centron here. I actually think, was this the area where we pieced out? No, it was not. So we just keep on beefing. I decide, yep, we're removing Centron speed boost again. It's definitely a necessity. And we just completely drop this bottom area. It's not needed anymore. Right now, our focus is trying to prevent a feeding frenzy. Now, if you don't know what a feeding frenzy, it's when people have like, where there's a crown, and people don't stop attacking. They just see crown, and they know that this guy is a threat, so they don't attack until he's dead. And in this situation, I was just trying to prevent that. I'm on high density. I keep going for the OG Dono bots. Just trying to remove them slowly. Now, this OG guy, what? I don't know. This OG guy in the middle is donating cent in this moment. Here's a quick tip. If someone is donating someone else, they are most likely to full donate if you push them a little bit. Now, here's the feeding frenzy thing I mentioned. This guy actually tried to boat me just so he can keep attacking me. This is the threat of a feeding frenzy. So I swiftly, I think, blocked that boat very soon. Yes, perfect. I push the corgi just so he kind of gets a message. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your hold up. Okay, I'm not someone you should mess around with right now. And I think slowly but surely we kind of get into agreement. Every time he attacks me, I'm pushing him. And we slowly get to this agreement. You're really doing this right now when you're dying. I let him pushing me one more time, and I think this is the situation where I kind of sent him a piece of food. And even me and Centron are now chill. So Centron's pushing the cat, this cat down here. Oh, this guy cat is throwing by dealing, or not really throwing, but he thinks the green is a threat. I don't know what he's doing beefing with this green down here. And Centron is just attacking the smaller cat, trying to keep the borders away from it. Now, a little bit of a throw for me. I don't notice this guy botting out. I keep pushing OG. He full donos, like I said. So that's a beautiful thing to see. Now, Centron goes for Corgi. Why am I going for Centron right now? So, do you remember when I was trying to fight my way down here and make my way to OG? That OG had like 40% of the map based off just this. This is pretty much what we had, and they had 40% of the map. 40% of the map is near winning condition. 50% is exactly what you need with the right density, of course. You need to be like 100 density, maybe even higher. 50% is also what you need to win. 50% is the exact percentage you know you've won the game, especially solo like this. You make sure it's not like teammates or anything. If it's teammates, it could be a little bit more complicated, but in this situation, there's no teammates, it's just me. So, I'm pushing Centron right here. I have a huge boost over him. And now that he's pushed Corgi, I can kind of unite with the Corgi and say, look, this guy's pushing you. You're winning. You're winning, right? This Corgi is winning. Look at him. He has 34% of the map. He's such a winner. Please ignore the fact that you don't have crown. Let's push Centron together. I'll give you the win. I love you now. I will throw for you, right? And I'm sending diplomacy to this guy. So, you'll see me kind of push Centron here. Centron pushes me back, I immediately counter back. This is when you love to see. And now the Corgi's helping me here. Cats keeps going for his green. He thinks he's kind of won the game. He can get big and then just boat me. In this situation, you kind of see Cat Empire start to boat me. He kind of realizes that I might be a threat. Fair enough to him. But Corgi doesn't. And he sends out 2 boats directly to me. But the issue here, and what you should always have to do, is keep an eye on people who can completely ruin your game. In this situation, it was Cat Empire, and I was keeping my eye on him the entire game. I was keeping a very strict eye on what he would do. But as long as I don't have borders on this guy, I pretty much win the game. Now, you'd be like, oh, well, why are you pushing Centron? What if he full sent you in this situation? This guy this guy near speed boost doesn't really have borders on Centron. This full send at this rate, I think it would take like a good 3 to 5 seconds for it to go in. So that means the Corgi has to react, the Corgi has to attack, and he would need a little bit of time, maybe like 2 seconds to reach a speed boost and utilize this full send that Centron would do on me. And also, there's the urge of OG wanting to win. He wants to win this game. He knows it's winnable, even though I'm pushing him. If all this cat has to do is land on me, and he might have a chance back at winning the game. But unfortunately, I know that I was keeping an eye on Empire this entire time. And the Corgi still thinks I am throwing by attacking Centron and helps me do it. And helps me with him. But unfortunately, here he's slowly regaining speed boost. And Centron gets frustrated and full sends the Corgi due to his stupid actions of throwing for me and not realizing I'm a threat. Centron's a really smart player, alright? He's one of them. He realized what I was trying to do and he respected it. Now, any other OG would probably full send me in this situation, but it still would not be this harsh because this guy is basically blocking off this Corgi from most of the full send. So, Centron full sends. This guy cuts Corgi off. Even though he has speed boost, he's still cutting him off. Even if he full sent me in this situation. This guy's borders were absolutely terrible for Pink in this situation. He full sends Corgi for being an idiot. So I take the full send and I block this boat. Like this was a little bit overkill. But at this point, I'm focusing up here. I'm taking this full send. I really want to keep an eye on this. I don't want to deal with whatever's... I don't want to hyper-focus on these boats. I just send a normal attack, knowing that 2 mil was enough from the boats he sent, from the notifications I got down here. Now you see me a little bit low dense here. It's 40 versus 40. But here's the thing, in these situations, if you simply keep the borders right, if you simply keep the density right, unfortunately my density isn't really right yet, so I just have to kind of wait a bit for this boat to be blocked. Now, Empire starts getting a little bit more desperate. I have Crown. I have 46% of the map. Keep in mind, 40 to 50% of the map is when you almost have the win. Very rarely you don't. If you have really bad density, you probably will not win. But I'm keeping nice density here. Now, you see me attack here. This isn't, even though I don't have 100 density, but here's the thing. When you have a huge amount of this map, you get an increased interest compared when you have more land. So here, let's take a look at Empire's land real quick. His max is 1.47. That's his interest right now because he has this amount of land. Empire has sent these desperate boats to try to stop me. All I have to do is simply maintain borders, avoid him completely, and we can just... all we have to do is just keep away from Empire here. So this is Empire's land. Keep this in mind. We do this, and we've won the game. To be honest, it's already won! I probably could just spam attack. Probably just attack whoever I wanted, as long as I removed Empire's speed boost whenever he hit, or whenever I have borders on him. Empire tries to boat me. I don't even think I block it. Oh, no, I do block it. I do block it. A little bit desperately, but oh well, it worked. Everyone tries to stalemate, but of course I'm not stalemating exactly when I have a win. I hit the Corgi. This cat full sends me in expectations of his teammate donoing him, as he's full sending me since he doesn't have borders, but unfortunately he fails to do so. And they just desperately try to full send me as a last resort. Empire tries to beg for second, but guess what? When you do miraculous plays, you don't kill, you don't spare anyone. So I hope this video gave you a little bit of an idea on how to do a really strong mid game.